In your community focus today, we are headed to Northern Rhode Island.
Woonsocket Mayor Lisa Baldelli-Hunt joining us now live via Zoom. Mayor, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Mayor, Woonsocket is supposed to be one of the biggest winners in Rhode Island under President Biden's American Rescue Plan, getting roughly $36 million. You told our colleague Ted Nisi back in March it was a little too soon to say just how that money might be used. But now that you've had some more time to think about it, how do you plan to spend all of that money?
Well, actually, we're still putting a plan together, and it is a significant amount of money. So we will be looking to the people in our community also, looking for suggestions from them. But there are certain things that we feel that we could address with the funds, and that would be changing out some of our lead piping, painting our fire hydrants, moving forward with some potential repair to bridges, and then looking at things that are maybe a little more exciting, like bringing back our ice rink that we had that we don't have any longer, and potentially looking into a municipal complex.
Mayor, you've really been clamping down on a Rhode Island law that basically says if an out-of-state vehicle is parked or garaged in Rhode Island for 30 days or more, that vehicle needs to be registered in the state. I'm curious, the police department has issued dozens of citations about this since the fall. Are you seeing beyond the citation fee that tax revenue is coming in? Are people registering their vehicles because of that?
Well, first of all, it's a public safety concern. If there is a situation where someone is in a serious car accident, family needs to be notified of that. If they do not have their car registered properly, and it happens to be somewhere in Massachusetts or Connecticut, we're trying to track down that family, and time is of the essence. And quite frankly, they may actually live in Woonsocket and not live in the state that their car is registered to. So it's a public safety issue first and foremost. Secondly, it is something that is an irritant to the taxpayers in the city of Woonsocket, and I'm one of those also. And people, it's bothersome to them when they see their neighbors have cars that are registered in other states. They feel that if they need to be paying their motor vehicle taxes, they think that everyone else that lives in the community should be too, and I agree with them.
On the topic of transportation, earlier this year, the Boston Surface Railroad Company moved out of the depot in your city. So are dreams of bringing passenger rail to Woonsocket truly over?
No, dreams continue to go forward. It is important for us to have rail. We'll always work toward bringing rail back into the community. We happen to have a beautiful depot right down in our Main Street area. We have a lot of development that's happening in our Main Street area, so it's even more important now to bring back passenger rail. So I am hopeful that working with the congressional delegation, the state delegation, that we can do that. And it's important because a lot of the jobs that the city of Woonsocket, the residents of the city of Woonsocket, the jobs that they hold, they may be in Providence, they may be in the southern part of the state. So this transportation is important, and certainly we're working now on potentially doing something with Quonset. So bringing back rail is important. How do we get there? We need to go back to the table.
Mayor, your name was floated in the mix as possible lieutenant governor when Dan McKee was transitioning to governor. You said in January it wasn't the right time for you. I'm curious, what conditions would be right for you to consider a state role? Are you considering any roles beyond mayor right now?
It's something that it's crossed my mind. I will say that. I've been approached by numerous people who have suggested different positions within state government. And Woonsocket's important to me. Right now, we have significant funds coming in. As you folks know, Woonsocket had a budget commission in the past. We had significant deficits. We've been working very, very hard to lower our tax rate. We're financially very, very prudent here, and working, all these years to bring back the community, and now having this influx of cash. Do I want to walk away from that? If the voters decide to not vote me back in, then I guess I do. But at this point in time, I'm not certain what I'm doing in 2022. I always leave the doors open. I have a lot of energy, and I have a love for the city and a love for the state.
We will certainly stay tuned. Woonsocket Mayor Lisa Baldelli-Hunt, thank you so much for being with us today.
And thank you both.